To summarize the different types of zone, here we have the zone 1, which is our food contact surface. So these could be your slicers. Some examples are your slicers, the strippers, the peelers, the filers, the hoppers, even the employee hands or the gloves can be an example of the zone 1, which is in direct contact with the food. Zone 2 would be your near contact surfaces, but non-food contact surfaces. So these are directly adjacent to zone 1. Some examples are exteriors under the framework of the equipment, refrigeration units, equipment housing, switches, etc. Your zone 3 would be those adjacent to zone 2. So some examples would be air return covers, hand trucks, forklifts, drains, and wheels. And then zone 4 are your areas outside the food processing areas. So these are locker rooms, break rooms, hallways, offices, loading docks, and maintenance areas. So to further explain what the different zones are, so zone 1 is your product contact surfaces. So these are in direct contact with the food, either during process or in processed foods, as well as finished products. So they can be in production equipment, utensils, containers, and even the conveyor. So those would be your zone 1. Your zone 2 would be your areas adjacent to zone 1, but not directly in contact with the food. So the examples could be your framework, your aprons, tables, and the hoses. Zone 3 are those in close proximity or adjacent to zone 2. So these are area where food is being processed but not in direct contact with the food. So some common examples would be the walls, the sinks, and the forklifts. So not in direct contact to food, not adjacent to zone 1, but within the food processing area. And then zone 4 are your general areas. So these are located outside of zone 1, 2, and 3, or outside the food processing area, and has no direct contact with food, but basic GMP should still apply to these zones. So some common examples are the washrooms, the warehouses, the locker rooms. These are examples of zone 4.